Okay, tonight that I'm having for supper, or you could have this for lunch. It doesn't really matter. This is sausage. I'm going to fry up a little bit of that. These are these zero carb. They're very small tortillas. And we're going to be making some pizza cups. And I'm going to put onion and pepperoni and cheese, and I will use some marinara sauce. This marinara sauce, because it has less sugars. It has 12 carbs, but we're not using a half a cup in each one. We're just going to use a little bit in each one. So I've got the oven warming to 375, and I'm going to fry up this sausage, and I'll be back. Okay, what I'm going to do here is just add a little bit in the bottom, kind of just like that. Now, I'm only cooking for myself tonight, so I'm going to make 3, which may be too much for me. And you can use any type of meat you want, or you don't have to use meat. It's up to you. Any type of topping, cheeses, whatever. I just happen to have sausage laid out, so that's what we're using. Okay, I've got the sausage all ready, and I already put my onions in, and I'm just gonna put these in the cups. Sorry, I'm having to hold this. I don't have very much counter space, so I don't have anywhere to really set my camera up at. And I'm pretty sure I have way too much onions, and I'm going to regret that later. Okay, I think I have it set up. Now I'm just going to put some pepperoni, which I really wanted the, they have the little mini kind, but I couldn't find them. So I'm just going to only get 1 pepperoni on here. That's okay. And then I'm just using mozzarella, but I think you can use any type of cheese you want. And I'm going to fill it. Oops, I made a mess now. I'm going to fill them pretty full because I love cheese. Woo! I almost had a disaster there. Okay, I'm going to pop this in the oven for 13 to 15 minutes. Here's the finished product. They're crispy at the top, a little bit not as crispy on the very bottom, but still pretty crispy. So it's almost like you're having a pizza. Enjoy. For today's recipe is a breakfast, and I was going to make this morning, but I knew I couldn't video it because my husband was asleep, and he'd probably think I was crazy in here talking to myself. So I'm going to make this for supper. So whenever I make things, I'm cooking for myself. My husband has a weird shift, so I'm cooking for myself. I had a pound of sausage, and when I lay that out, I like to make recipes where I can use it every day until it's used up. And that's the same thing with, I've got some spinach and these little tortillas right here. So today I've got 3 eggs, and I put salt, pepper, and garlic, which you can put whatever you want. And I'm going to put some cheese. This is my new favorite cheese. And you don't even have to put cheese. You can use whatever you want. Now, I do not measure anything, so I'm just going to put a little handful in and just mix it up. So in the cupcake pan, I put a couple of leaves of spinach. And now I'm going to put some sausage in each one. And I don't know if I'll use all the sausage. And if I don't, oh, I have another recipe for that for breakfast that's very fast. This one I didn't think would be fast enough for me in the morning. So this is like a nice Sunday breakfast or Saturday breakfast. It doesn't really take very long. I would say altogether 20 minutes. But I usually don't have that much time in the morning. I live 4 miles away and I still can't be to work on time. Okay, I do have some left over. And I cut up some onions, which I'm not using all of these because I will have heartburn galore. Okay. And then I'm just going to dump my egg mixture in. Oops. Oh, I do want to say that I sprayed the muffin pans. These do stick just a little, but I got mine out perfectly clean last night when I did the pizza ones. They came out really good. Those were so good. I think I could eat that every day. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this in the oven. Now you can use whatever you want in here. You don't have to use sausage. You could fry up some bacon and put in there or whatever, but this I really like this. You could also cut peppers up and put in here too. I'm going to pop this in the oven for 13 minutes and I'll be back. Here's the finished product. I have this guacamole mixture that I'm going to put on top. I have some avocados, but I thought maybe I need to use this up first. I'm just going to put a little bit on each one. I'm starving. That's why why I made 4 instead of just 3. Now, if you want, I don't know the carb breakdown. According to the package of these, it's supposed to be, well, now I need to look. Hang on just a second. Okay, so according to the package, it's supposed to be 0. And eggs have a very small amount. So does sausage. I would say each one of these is probably maybe 3 or 4 carbs each. But don't quote me on that because I really don't know. I don't really count carbs. I just go by basically cutting out potatoes, pasta, breads, and that's about it. Just trying to cut out those ingredients to get a lower carb. But now I'm going to go enjoy my supper. I got them. Now it's time to go in. I need to take the trash. It's time to go in the shed and get some work done. Okay, this morning I'm going to use leftover sausage that I had from last night's supper, a little bit of butter, some spinach, and 1 egg. So right now I'm just reheating the sausage and some onions, and when this gets warm enough, then I'll add the egg in and mix it up, and I'm going to take it to work with me. Top it with some cheese, and I've got breakfast on the go. Got my steps in. Now I'm enjoying a fire. Today is Thursday. I would like to say that I had my weigh-in this morning, and I have lost 2.4 pounds since last week. I know it's really not all about the weight, but I'm 5'2" and actually 5'1.5". I think I'm shrinking, but with having most of my weight is around my belly, I feel like I look pregnant all the time, and I'm not really going off so much how I look, but I feel like if I can get the weight down, then maybe my back wouldn't hurt so much. I would like to thank my subscribers. I didn't know if I was going to make any more videos because I didn't really feel like I was helping or that this would help anybody. But a couple of yous reached out, and I know a lot of people can't get off your ass, that walking is not a part of something you can do. And one of my subscribers uses one of those, I don't really know what you call it. It's like a pedal. You can sit it on the floor, and you can sit on your couch and you can pedal it. Now, I used to have one of those. I would put it under my desk, and then I let a friend borrow it because she needed to do a little therapy on her knee, and she didn't really want to go out and buy a big bike that she knew she'd probably never use again. And that didn't even cross my mind as something that you could get exercise in if you're not able to get off your ass. That would be great exercise. I have another friend who we've been in contact for over 20 years. I've never met her in person, but there was a web page called Low Carb Friends, I think. And we met on there and would email each other all the time. And then it got to be where you could text on your cell phones, and we do that probably 2 to 3 times a week now. And she can't walk. She can walk very small distance, but we try to encourage each other every week. Like 1 week I'll gain some weight and I'll be down on myself, and she just knows how to lift me up, or vice versa. If she gets down on herself, then I try to lift her up. But I do want to thank my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And if you've made it this far, this is the end of the video for this week. I hope you've enjoyed my recipes. And I would like to make some more with recipes, so I think next week we're going to talk snacks. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Say bye, Jerry.